Australia once spent millions telling teenagers that cannabis would turn them into a confused, slow-moving mammal. Yes, Stoner Sloth, the 2015 taxpayer-funded, anti-cannabis campaign that failed so fast it became a meme before the press release finished printing.
Officials said it was evidence-based. The evidence, a vibe. A vibe sponsored by the same institutions that were already losing public trust.
And while Stoner Sloth was teaching kids that passing the salt was a cognitive challenge, the National Cannabis Prevention and Information Centre, NCPIC, was partnering with Pfizer and NDARC to educate the public about cannabis. Translation: Pfizer helped shape Australia's cannabis messaging for nearly a decade. And the messaging was, let's say, creatively selective.
Right. Because nothing says public health neutrality like a pharmaceutical giant helping write the script on a plant that might compete with its products. NCPIC received millions in government funding while claiming contradictory research, including the National Task Force findings that criminalization didn't reduce use and didn't lead to harder drugs.
And then, plot twist, the government pulled NCPIC's funding in 2016, not because the science changed, but because priorities shifted to the National IS Action Strategy. So cannabis went from dangerous gateway drug to we've got bigger problems in one policy cycle. Doc, what do you see?
If you zoom out, the pattern is clear. Freer-based messaging collapses when lived experience contradicts it. Economic incentives shape narratives long before evidence does, and when institutions exaggerate risk, public trust erodes across the board. Stoner Sloth wasn't a communications failure. It was a credibility failure.
Fast forward to today, Pfizer now holds a major stake in the cannabinoid pharmaceutical space, thanks to its $6.7 billion acquisition of Arena Pharmaceuticals, a company developing cannabinoid-based therapeutics. And with the US shifting cannabis to Schedule III, the commercial landscape has changed again, this time in favor of the same institutions that once warned against it.
So let's recap. First, cannabis makes you a sloth. Then Pfizer helps educate the public about how dangerous it is. Then Pfizer buys into cannabinoid medicine, and now Schedule III opens the door for pharmaceutical cannabis while the plant itself is still treated like contraband. It's not just hypocrisy, it's vertical integration.
People feel the gap between what they're told and what they see. Cannabis didn't just reveal contradictions in policy, it revealed the pressures shaping them. Once you see that pattern, it's hard to unsee.
Follow the money, and the narrative always makes sense.